Hi students, in this class we will see about what is the constitution, and in previous class we saw about what is constitution and why do we need constitution and the history of the constitution and why we are framing the constitution of India and the preamble of the constitution, how these are very important to each and every citizen. Let us see what is the Constitution of India. So the Constitution of India is considered to be a supreme law of a country, as it puts to forth the framework of a fundamental political principle. It established the structure, procedure, power, and the duty of the government and mentions the fundamental rights and directive principles and duties of the citizen. The Constitution declares the India as a sovereign and democratic and a republic with a parliamentary form of government. And Indian constitutions show a federal as well as a unitary system. So let us see the federal system. The powers. So the constitution declares the India as a sovereign, democratic and republic with a parliamentary form of government. And the Indian constitutions show a federal as well as a unitary system. The federal system is something that powers are divided or shared between the state. The federal system is the powers are divided or shared between the state and the central government, and the union system is the power concentration in the central government with a weak state and a government. And let us see the federal features and unitary features. So federal features are supremacy of the constitution and division of power between the union, that is central government, and the state, and also the existence of independent judiciary in the Indian constitution. Next is your unitary features, that is it is a single citizenship and it is also a single constitution and the power of union to override on state matters, and during the emergency the system becomes very unitary and changes in the name boundaries of the state by parliament, an integrated judiciary system, and center appoints the governors, and dependence of the state on center of economic assistance and grants. So in this class we saw about what is the Constitution of India, what are the supreme laws of the country, and it is based on the sovereign and democratic and republic, and also the Indian constitution shows the federal and union, that is union system, that is the power divided between a state and the central government, and union is the power in the central government with a weak state government. And these are the main features, federal features, that is supremacy of constitution, division of power between the union and the state, and the existence of independent judiciaries. And next is the unitary features are something that a single citizenship and a single constitution, the power of the union to override the state matters, and during emergency the system becomes virtually unitary and changes in the names and boundaries of the state by the parliament. And next is that integrated judicial system, and center appoints the governor and depends of the state on the center of economic assistance and grants. Next is something that the structure of the Constitution of India. So this is a current structure of the Constitution of India. It consists of one preamble and 25 parts containing 450 articles and 12 schedules and 12 appendix and appendices and 97 amendments to the date. Although it is a federal in nature, it also has a strong unitary government, and this block represents the clear view of the Constitution of India, and each one has a basic fundamental rights and directive principles and fundamental duties. And let's see about the different elements of the Constitution. That is, a preamble is something that the preamble to the Constitution of India is brief introductory statement that set out the guiding purpose and the principle of the document. And next is that part 25, that is the individual article of the Constitution is grouped into 25. That is, part 1 is union and its territory, and next one is your citizenship, and third one is your fundamental rights, and next is your directive principle of the state policies and fundamental duties, and the unions, the states, and the states in the B part of a first schedule, and the union territories and the panchayat. And then next is your municipalities and the scheduled and tribal areas, and the relationship between the union and the states. Next is your finance, property, contracts and suits, and next is trade and commerce with the territory of India, and services under the union and state, and tribals and elections and special provisions related to the certain classes, languages, emergency provisions, miscellaneous, amendment of constitution, temporary, transactional and special provisions, short title and date of commencement, and authorization in Hindi and ripples. So these are the 25 parts, and let us see in detail about next class. Thank you.